Today I'm making a video about Sakamoto Days. I'm not really making it just because I like the manga. I'm making it because an anime is dropping about the manga, and I want to tell people to read the manga before they watch the anime. Not on no like manga nerd type shit or the manga's gonna be better, they're not gonna do it right. I just think that, well, I'm gonna be honest, even though it's one of my favorite series right now, definitely Sakamoto Days definitely starts slow. If you don't know what Sakamoto Days is just a manga. It's basically written about a fat assassin, you know what I'm saying? He was an assassin, he was the best assassin, and he retired to live a normal life. You know, he runs a convenience store. It sounds like a slice of life, but it gets very, I wouldn't say dark, but it gets very gritty. I say right. You know, it's basically his past is catching up to him. He has bounties on his head because you can't just stop being an assassin, nigga. You kill people. And yeah, it's really great. But with that being said, the first 20 chapters of the manga are very slow. When I say slow, I don't mean no action is happening or it's ass. It's just the pacing. I wouldn't even say it's the pacing. It's the plot. The plot for the first 20 chapters are slow. They're just trying to introduce new characters and, you know, get you used to the characters before they start making major plot movements that shape the series in the long run. In early Sakamoto Days, you get introduced to characters like Shin and Lu and Mashimo, and not saying that they're useless or anything. Okay, I'm gonna try not to spoil as much as possible, but the first few characters you get introduced to, they do stick around for sure, but they're not the most major characters in the series. It's like, let's say you're watching Naruto for the first time, right? You get introduced to characters like Tenten, Rock Lee, Neji, fucking Gaara's an important character. They are important characters, basically, is what I'm saying, but they don't move the plot. For the first 20 chapters, they move the plot, but after that, they're just side characters. They are not major side characters. Shin is a major side character, but you know, some of the characters that are introduced in this time period, not gonna spoil, some of the characters that are introduced in this time period don't get as used as much as they could because the villains or the opposing team get very strong. And you also have the order that gets introduced later, I think around chapter 26 or something like that. Let me check. Yeah, chapter 26 is called Order. So I think that's when Sakamoto really starts to interact with the first few members that you meet. Besides Nagamo, he comes around in chapter 9. He's my personal favorite character for reasons that I'm not gonna say. He was my favorite character ever since I seen him, but he just gets better and better as a character, especially later in the series. Jesus Christ. Aside from that, you get introduced to Nagamo, Shishiba, Usaragi. That's all you really get introduced to in the first like 30 chapters. You get introduced to some former members of the Order too later down the line. Obviously, Sakamoto is a former member of the Order. My favorite Order member definitely is Nagamo though. My second favorite is definitely Takamura though. He's just so cold. I'm very caught up to the series. I think I'm at like chapter 174, so I know everything that has happened, so I'm gonna just speak like I don't. But Takamura definitely was my second favorite. He has a spin-off series if you want to get into that. It's like a one-shot. He basically is just very strong old man that doesn't speak and kills things. You get introduced to the main villain, which is X or Slur in chapter 15. It's pretty early on in the series, which will probably make you think that he's gonna be some type of villain of the week, but no, not at all. Around chapter 15, 20, 26. In between those 10 chapters, 15 to 25, the series really piqued my interest, at least, and it should pique any other reader because that's when it kind of abandons that villain of the week type of style that the anime most likely is going to, you know, be on because it's the first few chapters. And I feel like if the anime takes a 24 chapter first season or a 24 episode first season, that would be great. I feel like we should get the first part of the series moved on as fast as possible. I'm not gonna say why because obviously it's not like it's just utter garbage or anything, but the pacing and, you know, the plot back then literally is fodder compared to what the plot is now. And I feel like that's why a lot of people drop Sakamoto Days, which could be the worst mistake of your life. I think you guys should read Sakamoto Days just a little bit until you get to the anime dropping, just so you know that what you're getting into is not ass, because the anime might make it seem like it's boring and villain of the week and it's not gonna really progress how you think it should. but it does. It will exceed your expectations, I promise you. It's my favorite Shonen Jump ongoing right now. Well, I guess released in the 2020s at least. Another one that y'all should look out for is Stage S. It's not that popular right now. It got some sort of buzz like 3 years ago, and then I think the author went on a hiatus because it's weekly right now, but it's only at about 46 chapters, which doesn't really add up if it was weekly from the beginning, which was about 3 years ago. But yeah, that plot is really thickening right now as well. And if you dropped Stage S back then, or you just forgot about it because of the hiatus that the author most likely went on, pick it back up. Great manga. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Please read Sakamoto Days, man. Please. It has the hype around it for a reason. Everybody that reads it and tells you to read it is telling you to read it for a reason. All right. Love you guys. Subscribe. Join Bliss. Bliss is, if you're a subscriber, you're Bliss. You have my word. Join the Discord too, but my Discord is banned right now. My Discord is banned right now, so if you join the Discord and I'm not there, don't say shit. All right. Peace out.